Welcome back, watch fans. The question I have for you is, will you escape the matrix? That's right, we're talking about escaping the matrix of Chomostan, Bukyakistan, and Kakistan. Unbelievable but true. Here's the thing. For an investment of $4.95, that's right, for just less than $5, that's less than a cup of Starbucks coffee. And who even drinks Starbucks coffee? Listen, every time you drink Starbucks coffee, basically you become a slave of the matrix. Unbelievable but true. But for less than a cup of Starbucks coffee, you can become a member of this channel. Click the button that says membership, join, right? And guess what the benefits are? Well, look what the benefits are. Let me explain to you what the benefits are. The benefits are, all of a sudden, okay, if let's say you're a halfway serious watch collector. I mean even halfway serious, right? Look what happened with Duke Omar. That's right, the Duke Omar. You know, just a few months ago, Duke Omar wasn't even a Duke. He wasn't even a Baron. The guy basically, was an illegal migrant from Mexico. That's right, unbelievable but true. The guy snuck over the border. He was wearing Timex watches, and then what happened was he started watching this channel, and within like literally a month or two, he got his first Patek Philippe. It was a Calatrava, but guess what? Now he's actually a VIP at Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet. That's right, and Richard Mille. Now guess what? You think that happens? You think that happens by accident? Do you think that happens by accident? Scan if you're hot. Do you think that happens by accident? It doesn't. It doesn't, because here's the reality. Okay, the Duke Omar, when he walks into Patek Philippe, they can sense it. They can sense it that the guy's not just an aristocrat, not just a baron. He's a duke. They can sense it. I mean, it's just they know. But that only happened once he invested the $5. Now the guy's getting literally the Nautilus and the Aquanaut at retail price. We're talking the heavy hitters. We're talking about the gold watches, the rose gold. We're not talking about stainless. This guy's not buying stainless shitters. This guy's not buying peasant watches. We're talking about solid gold, baby, solid gold. And you only get that. You only get that when you join the channel, you become an aristocrat. $5 a month. It's not just the access to the top secret insider information that you're gonna have here, the content, all the good stuff. It's not just that. It's not just that. It is actually also, hang on a second, let me get a shot contrast with the feces here. Let me see if we have the good shot of the local feces deposits here. We'll get the contrast and compare. Unbelievable but true. But yeah, here's the deal. Here is the deal. You too can be a duke. You too. Forget about being a duke. How about just a baron? How about you can become a baron? Okay, here's the benefits. You get access, number one, top secret content on our channel, okay? Reserved for only aristocrats. Number two, you actually become a real aristocrat. Right now, you're like Joe Schmo. But once you invest $5, $4.95 now, your official title is Baron, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? Having an aristocratic title like Baron, it just opens. I mean, the world is your oyster. By the way, you know what women love? Women love titles. Look at these guys, look at that redheaded bastard, what's his name, Prince William or whatever it is. The guy who married Meghan Markle. I don't know, is that William or Harry? I don't know, I get them all mixed up. But, the redheaded guy, right? Now, Meghan Markle, I mean, listen, she's kind of a MILF, but listen, a couple of years ago, I mean, she's actually kind of hot. I would say she's hot. Listen, for me, good enough, right? Do you think Meghan Markle would have anything to do with this guy if he was just, Joe Schmo, a guy wearing an Omega or a Rolex? No. He's a prince, right? The guy's a prince. Well, listen, I can't. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. Technically, he's a duke. I think he's actually a duke of somewhere, of Chomostan, or I don't know, duke of Marlborough. I don't know. He's a duke. I think that's his official title or something like that. The Duchess, duke. I think he's a duke, right? So you too. Now look, let's start off with Baron. You start off with Baron. To be a duke, you gotta actually donate some dollars to the channel. But look, you can be a Baron. Okay, a Baron is good enough. You can get Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle could be yours or that quality could be yours with a simple $4.95 membership. That's right, $4.95. You could be a member of the channel, a member of the aristocracy. And look, whenever you walk into an AD, all right, and forget, I know everybody, oh, my AD, oh, this AD. Listen, forget about all this. Listen, they can sense it. These people they're like animals. These salespeople, they're like animals. They smell aristocracy. They can smell that, you're a player when immediately, once you invest $4.95, they can smell it on you, okay? I'm not even kidding. Listen, you're gonna see in a few months, the Duke is gonna be on our channel with a heavy hitter, Nautilus or Aquanet. I would say by October 1st. Actually, no, let's make it end of October, because we're now in, mid-August. Let's just say mid-October, roughly, the guy's gonna have a heavy hitter. And you know what? Can you imagine what would have happened if he would have instead gotten stuck in the Archieverse, if he would have spent time with the Archie Luxury channel or one of the other Chomo channels. We're talking about the Chomo channels. We're talking about the Artem Pizdets, JJ Bukiak. We're talking about Watch Nicholas even. We're talking about all these Chomo channels. He would have been wearing, right now, he'd be wearing a Breguet. You know what this is? You have any idea what this is? That's Archie Luxury. That is Archie Luxury in a nutshell. Right there, this is summarized. Archie Luxury summarized. A bag of feces. A bag of feces. That's what you get when you are in the Archieverse. When you're in the Archieverse, you're basically feces, okay? I hate to tell you this, that's the bad news, but basically you are feces, my friend. Do you want to be hang on a second, we get some dust on the dial. Hang on a second, let's get this, we gotta get the beauty shot here. Un momento, per favore. Yeah, imagine if the Duke Omar, instead, he would have paid attention to that Fugazi, Juan and Kino, the hubcap thieves, these Puerto Rican hubcap thieves that got deported to Alligator Alcatraz. That's right, these guys are Alligator. Actually, here's the thing. Juan and Kino, actually, believe it or not, guys, Juan and Kino escaped multiple times. The last time they escaped, these guys, well, what it did was, after he was, deported to Alligator Alcatraz, he made and then shipped off to La Isla del Cucaracha y Basura. That's right, La Isla del Cucaracha y Basura. You know what the guy did? He made himself, him and Kino, Sweet Kid Kino, made a boat made out of hubcaps, a canoe made out of used hubcaps, stolen hubcaps, a stolen hubcap canoe, unbelievable but true. Guys, you cannot make this up. You Google it. Listen, guys, don't end up being a tomato can, a crayon eater, a window licker, Palmolive dish soap drinker. That's what happens when you hang around these bukiaki type of channels like the Archie Luxury. All these low life scum channels. You end up wearing Omega shitter watches. You end up losing money on watches. You end up getting anally sodomized by groomers well, we know who we're talking about, and also the ADs. That's right. Imagine this. Imagine having to pay retail for watches that drop in value. That'll be tragic. Look, don't be stupid. Click the button. $4.95 a month. You too can be a full-time aristocrat right here on this channel. Okay, let me know what you punters think. Leave your nasty, your vicious comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.